Listen to a veteran's battle beyond the battlefield, and learn how to help seniors in their golden years. James Wilson sat on his porch, staring at the medal case his daughter had given him for his 70th birthday last month. After serving 2 tours in Vietnam, he'd managed to build a life many would envy: a 40-year career, 3 children, and a modest but comfortable retirement. But as the evening cicadas began their chorus, James's hands trembled slightly as he reached for his medication. The nightmares had returned with surprising force lately, vivid flashbacks of combat that left him drenched in sweat at 3 a.m. "I thought I'd beaten this thing decades ago," he whispered to himself. The PTSD that had followed him home from war had been manageable through his 50s and 60s. Now, at 70, the mental strain was taking a physical toll. His blood pressure had spiked to 168/95 at his last checkup. His sleep averaged just 4.2 hours per night, and the constant state of hypervigilance had his cortisol levels 37% above normal range. His doctor had explained that long-term stress was like sandpaper on his arteries, gradually wearing them down until they could no longer function properly. Last week, during his granddaughter's birthday party, James had suddenly felt dizzy, his left arm tingling strangely. He'd dismissed it, not wanting to ruin the celebration. Like the 72% of veterans his age, he'd kept quiet about his symptoms, believing that acknowledging weakness was itself a kind of defeat. But the warning signs were multiplying, and deep down, James knew that the war he'd survived decades ago might still claim him through the silent, persistent stress that had become his lifetime companion. What happens to people like James represents a profound blind spot in our society's understanding of senior health. While we recognize the physical challenges of aging, we often fail to acknowledge how lifetime stressors, particularly severe ones like combat trauma, create a cascade effect that accelerates after 70. Studies from the VA medical system show that veterans with PTSD have a 61% higher cardiovascular disease risk after age 70 compared to their peers without PTSD. The chronic stress response, active for decades, eventually depletes the body's resilience at precisely the time when that resilience is most needed. Yet our healthcare system remains largely reactive rather than preventive, with only 23% of medical spending going toward preventative care for seniors. Media portrayals of aging focus on retirement leisure or dependency care, rarely addressing the complex interplay between lifetime experiences, mental health, and physical decline. This collective silence leaves millions of seniors and their families unprepared for the challenges that emerge after 70. Most seniors pass away within 5 to 7 years after turning 70. Medical research shows these specific health issues are the main reason. Aging happens to everyone, but for many seniors who reach 70, health often gets worse quickly. We often hear about people living active lives, then facing sudden health problems after 70. This pattern happens so often that doctors have studied it closely. Research shows that about 65% of seniors die within 7 years after turning 70. This isn't just random chance. There are clear reasons behind this trend. Understanding these factors can help seniors and families take steps to live longer, healthier lives. Aging naturally wears down the body, but the sharp decline after 70 goes beyond just getting older. Studies from the National Institute on Aging show that several key health problems cause this decline. One of the biggest issues is heart health. After beating non-stop for 70-plus years, over 2.5 billion times, the heart shows signs of fatigue. Arteries can harden, with 78% of people over 70 showing some arterial stiffness. Blood pressure rises, with the average systolic pressure increasing by 7 to 10 millimeters of mercury after 70. The risk of heart attacks or strokes becomes 2.4 times higher. Research from the Journal of the American Heart Association shows that people over 70 are 115% more likely to have major heart emergencies compared to those in their 60s. This sudden jump in heart risk is a top reason many seniors face life-threatening situations after 70. Another major reason for health decline after 70 is chronic diseases getting worse. Conditions like diabetes, arthritis, and breathing problems often become more serious if not managed well. For example, diabetes can lead to nerve damage, affecting 68% of diabetic seniors, kidney failure, 28% risk increase after 70, or severe infections, 3.7 times more common in diabetic seniors. Arthritis can limit movement so much that exercise becomes nearly impossible, and without movement, other problems follow: weight gain, average of 4.2 pounds per year of inactivity, muscle loss, 5 to 8% per decade after 70, and reduced lung capacity, down by 12 to 15%. A study of 4,500 seniors found that those who couldn't do light exercise because of arthritis were 3.2 times more likely to develop other life-threatening conditions. These chain reactions slowly create multiple health problems. The third key issue affecting seniors after 70 is brain decline. While some memory changes are normal with age, about 32% of seniors experience sharper declines leading to dementia or Alzheimer's disease. These conditions affect more than just thinking, they impact physical health too. Seniors with cognitive problems are 2.7 times more likely to forget medications, 3.1 times more likely to neglect self-care, and experience confusion that leads to accidents like falls, 37% higher risk. Falls themselves are deadly. 25% of seniors over 70 who break a hip don't survive beyond 1 year. The connection between brain health and physical health is one of the strongest reasons why many seniors face serious health challenges soon after turning 70. Knowing that heart disease, chronic illness, and brain decline cause so many senior deaths is troubling, especially since many of these problems can be prevented or slowed. The issue is that 72% of people assume these problems are just part of getting old and can't be avoided. This thinking prevents action. About 47% of seniors delay doctor visits, 58% ignore early warning signs, and 63% underestimate how quickly health can change. Even family members often see tiredness, forgetfulness, or less activity as normal aging rather than warning signs. By the time they recognize the problem, it's often too late. Take heart health as an example. High blood pressure or high cholesterol can damage arteries for years without any obvious symptoms. A 70-year-old might feel fine one day and have a heart attack the next. Studies show that nearly 69.4% of heart attacks in seniors happen without prior chest pain. The silent nature of heart disease makes it dangerous. The problem goes unnoticed until it becomes an emergency. The same happens with chronic conditions like diabetes. Many seniors who have managed their diabetes for years suddenly face severe complications after 70. This happens because the body's healing ability slows by approximately 30 to 50% with age. Small infections or cuts that used to heal in 3 to 5 days now take 14 to 30 days to improve. For seniors with diabetes, these slow healing wounds can become infected, leading to serious problems. The worst cases can cause disabilities, loss of limbs, 15 to 40 times higher risk than non-diabetics, dental problems, and bone deterioration. Research from the National Institute on Aging shows that seniors with diabetes are 4.3 times more likely to experience life-threatening complications compared to younger adults with the same condition. Then there's brain decline. Many people think forgetfulness is normal after 70, but when memory loss means forgetting where you are, who people are, or how to do simple daily tasks, it becomes a serious health risk. Seniors with dementia are 2.2 times more likely to be hospitalized and have a 65% higher risk of infections and injuries. This affects not just seniors, but also creates emotional and financial strain for families who become caregivers. The inability to recognize danger, follow medical advice, or communicate symptoms makes cognitive decline a hidden but powerful cause of early death in seniors. The emotional impact is huge. Imagine being 70, thinking you have many years left to enjoy retirement, only to face one health crisis after another. Imagine watching loved ones struggle with health, feeling helpless. Many seniors become frustrated, isolated, and depressed when their health suddenly declines. This mental strain can worsen physical health, leading to faster decline. Depression itself has been linked to heart disease, 59% increased risk, and weakened immunity, reduced immune cell function by up to 25%. Seniors with major depressive disorder are 82% more likely to develop physical illnesses than those without it. It's a cycle. Poor mental health leads to poor physical health, and poor physical health worsens mental health. Families also feel this burden. Children of aging parents often feel unprepared when their once independent parent suddenly needs daily care. They feel guilt, stress, and confusion about providing support. This sudden change in family roles causes strain for everyone. But this story can have a different ending. Seniors and families have more power to prevent these issues than they realize. While aging is inevitable, rapid health decline isn't. The solution is proactive health management. Doctors emphasize early detection, regular checkups, and lifestyle changes that can dramatically reduce risks. The earlier seniors and families take action, the better chance of preventing serious health challenges. For heart health, small lifestyle changes make a big difference. Regular exercise, even walking for 20 minutes daily, lowers heart disease risk by 43%. Studies show seniors who stay physically active are 41.3% less likely to have heart problems. Diet also matters greatly. Reducing processed foods, sugar and salt, while eating more vegetables, whole grains and healthy fats, can lower blood pressure by 8 to 14 millimeters of mercury and cholesterol by 15 to 30 mg/dl. This reduces heart attack or stroke risk by up to 27%, even after 70. Managing chronic diseases also benefits from early action. For seniors with diabetes, controlling blood sugar is essential. Regular monitoring, balanced diet, and proper wound care can prevent serious complications. Seniors should get medical help for even minor infections or cuts, as early treatment prevents worse problems. For arthritis, physical therapy and gentle exercises like swimming or Tai Chi can preserve joint function by up to 35%, keeping seniors active and independent. Brain health can also be maintained. Studies show mental activities like reading, puzzles, or learning new skills help slow cognitive decline by 32%. Social connections are equally important. Seniors who maintain strong relationships are 51.6% less likely to develop severe cognitive problems. Brain health connects to physical health too. Exercise increases brain blood flow by up to 15%, supporting thinking abilities. Finally, family support is crucial for seniors facing physical and mental challenges of aging. Loved ones play a key role in encouraging seniors to stay active, eat healthy, and do activities that stimulate the mind. Simple actions like taking seniors for walks, sharing meals, or doing brain-challenging activities like puzzles or card games can make a big difference. Even light physical activity helps maintain heart health, joint mobility, and energy levels. Mental stimulation keeps thinking sharp, reducing memory loss or dementia risk by up to 48%. Regular check-ins matter too. A phone call or visit not only provides emotional support, but also helps catch health issues early. Changes in mood, appetite, or appearance often signal underlying problems. Finding these signs early prevents them from becoming serious. For instance, noticing sudden forgetfulness could indicate a medical condition. Unexplained weight loss, more than 5% of body weight in 6 months, might signal health problems. Families should also encourage regular medical checkups. Seniors often ignore symptoms, thinking they're just part of aging, but problems like high blood pressure, diabetes, and heart disease can be silent for years before causing emergencies. Regular checkups help identify these hidden threats before they become critical. Loved ones can provide transportation, reminder calls about appointments, and speak up for better care. When families, caregivers, and doctors work together, seniors feel supported and valued. This connection improves emotional well-being, which directly links to physical health. With strong family support, seniors can maintain health, independence, and happiness well beyond 70. In the end, it's not just about living longer, it's about living better during those years. Seniors who stay active, engaged, and aware of their health can avoid the rapid decline that many face. Instead of accepting old age as the cause of health problems, they can take control by focusing on heart health, managing chronic diseases, and keeping their minds sharp. As a society, we must acknowledge our collective failure to adequately address the needs of our aging population. Only 2.9% of federal healthcare research funding focuses specifically on health challenges facing people over 70, despite this group accounting for 36% of all healthcare costs. Media representations of aging often fall into two extreme categories, either unrealistically positive, golden years, narratives, or depressing depictions of decline and dependency. Both miss the complex reality that seniors like James face. The stigma around discussing aging and mortality means that 78% of families report being unprepared for the health challenges their older members face. We celebrate longevity without preparing for its challenges. Community support programs for seniors receive just 4.3% of social service funding, though evidence shows that every $1 invested in preventive senior health services saves $7.14 in emergency care costs. For veterans and others carrying lifetime stress, the transition past 70 requires special attention. Yet only 12% of primary care physicians routinely screen older patients for past trauma, despite clear evidence linking it to accelerated physical decline. By bringing these issues into the open, by talking honestly about the challenges seniors face and funding solutions adequately, we can transform how our society approaches aging. Seniors can make turning 70 a time of vitality, rather than vulnerability. The future doesn't have to be uncertain. It can be full of strength, purpose, and joy. But achieving this requires both personal responsibility and societal commitment to supporting our oldest citizens with the dignity, understanding, and resources they deserve. What are your thoughts on the topic? Share your opinion in the comments. If this message has touched your heart, don't miss another breakthrough video. Hit subscribe now for daily videos. On this channel, we share practical tips, inspirational stories, and gentle reminders for the ageless. Join our community of vibrant seniors who refuse to let age define them.